Hi there, welcome to another episode of Messy Magic. I'm so happy that you're here with me today. It's day 2 of PODMAS, which is my not new actually, this is the 3rd year I've done it, annual tradition of doing a daily podcast episode in December. And yesterday was the beginning, and I've already hit a snag because I decided to do it a bit differently this year, and I wanted to do a video podcast and put the video on my Substack and still do like the audio podcast like normal. But it was kind of a last minute decision, and I didn't really think through the technical requirements of that. And so I didn't have a lot of time yesterday to figure that out. So as it is, I still haven't figured it out. We're on to day 2. So I'm recording an audio today, and maybe I'll do the video at some stage when I've got a little bit more time. But my priority really is jumping into your podcast queue every day and bringing stories from my life and experiences, musings, tools and ideas to enrich your day, and to really help you sink into this season of the year, while also honouring and celebrating the mess that we all have, because no one's life is perfect. And today, the thing that happened that I want to talk about is I was driving down the highway, and I think I was listening to a podcast, same as yesterday. When you get to hear that episode, I was like, podcasts were a big part of my day because I had 2 days of driving. And anyway, I was kind of just, as you do, thinking about whatever they were talking about on the podcast. And I was overtaking this car, and it was like a station wagon type car. And as I got closer to it, I realised that it was actually stretched, and there was windows in the side, and of course it was a hearse. And it completely took me by surprise. I actually remember gasping and kind of going, oh, like it was just one of those moments that kind of jolt you out of your head and like the ether and back into your body. And it's like I just had this wave of emotion crash over me because I'm driving along the highway at 110 k's an hour next to a car with a box in it that has a person in it. And as heavy as that might sound, and it was a heavy moment for me, but it was a moment of remembering and coming back to the knowledge that life is short. Like as humans, we have such a short moment on this earth when you think about the history of the earth and everything else that's come before us and everything that comes after us. And we have such a short period, and to us sometimes it feels long, especially when you're a kid. I remember thinking, like, I'm never going to get to, 18 years old or something. When I was a really little kid, I could never imagine being an older teenager and an adult. And so sometimes it feels like life is long, but in reality it is so short. And, I think it really helps to be reminded, as like jarring and as sad as those moments can be. And this is how I feel about like at funerals as well. I feel like it's just this inescapable reminder that life is short and every life is different. Every life is precious. Every life is unique. We all have our own journey on this earth, and whatever that means to you, whether that means that you have your mission and you want to get your mission kind of played out while you're here on earth, whether you want to leave a legacy for your kids, whether it's simply just making the most of every single day, every single breath that you have while you're here. Today, that's my kind of reminder for you and for me, for all of us, to be mindful that every day we have things that happen or thoughts that feel important to us, that feel overwhelming or big or heavy or whatever it might be. But I would sort of challenge us to think about which of those things actually really matters. When you get to the end of your life, what are you going to be proud to have done and happy to have done? And how can you and I live our life today with that in mind? Because I think that's how we get to the end of our life and feel satisfied. That we have, I don't want to say made the most of it. It sounds so generic, but that's what I mean. We've lived every day with intention and passion, and in a way that is aligned with who we want to be while we're here on this planet. So that's my reminder to you today. When you feel, I don't know if you can hear that background noise, there's someone whippersnipping or something, I think, and a dog barking next door. Welcome to the daily podcast mess. Like when you notice something that's happening in your life on a day-to-day, whether it's today, tomorrow, like any time now, think about whether in the scheme of things it actually really matters, and how you could approach that situation in a way that feels truly aligned with who you are and the kind of life that you want to live. That's what I'm going to leave you with today. I hope it's helpful, and I'll be back with you again tomorrow. And in the meantime, I hope you have a magical, magical day.